So we have with us Varun Bhatia. Varun is working as an industrial trainer in HDFC Bank into large corporate credits, corporate banking. And trust me, guys, it's not just a normal banking role. It's way more than that. Varun is the All India ranker 42 of CA Intermediate. And also, he has won the national pitch deck competition conducted by ICI along with me. So I request you all to please welcome Varun with me and let's hear it from Varun now.
Thanks a lot, Srishti, for the lovely introduction.
Yeah,
Let's
Varun.
start.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So before starting with Varun, I would just like you to first make it short to all our audience. What exactly is the difference between an articleship and an industrial training? And it's really
So,
important. Like I saw a post you posted like being desperate, stop being desperate and all. So is it really worth it to go for an industrial training?
so first, let me tell you the difference in what is an industrial training. So, as per
Yeah.
ICA guidelines, you can go for an industrial training once you have completed minimum 12 months of your articleship. Okay. Or like minimum 12 months you should have completed, and you can go for industrial training for 12 or lower months. Now, what is the difference between articleship and industrial training is in an articleship, you work with a CA firm, and mainly the domains you would be working will be, let's say, your audit, taxation, all the traditional domains that CA have been working in. While in industrial training, you get to work with industries. You are not working in a CA firm rather than industries. Let's say your Hindustan Unilever, HDFC Bank, or all the other corporates. And the domains here are the non-traditional domains that CAs most of the times seek for. Let's say consulting, investment banking, all those types. And now to the next question, ki whether you should go for industrial training or not. To answer it, I would say it totally depends. What is your future goal? What are you looking for post your CA qualification? Like if you are looking to open a practice or continue your job in, let's say, audit, taxation, these type of domains, I would suggest you continue with your articleship. Like I recently posted on LinkedIn that stop being desperate for industrial training. So what I have seen recently is ki, many people are trying to sell courses or trying to sell some email IDs. Like they have a list of 1015 mail IDs and they are saying to cold mail on them. So like I had clarified on that, ki cold mailing doesn't work when you send to 1500 people at one time. Okay, cold mailing is a thing when you look for the companies that you are really interested to work in, and then you select 4 to 5 out of them, and then you cold mail them and regularly take a update from them. Okay, so you should never try to like just you for, and the main reason is for the stipend. Like industrial training pays very high stipend from like, let's say, 30,000 to even 1,50,000 in some companies. So most of the people choose industrial training for that sole reason. So this should not be like, this should be the last reason that you are looking for when you are going for industrial training. The first one should be what you would be learning there. So if it does not match with your future goals, never try to do industrial training. But if you are really interested to go in that particular domain, definitely try it. Yeah.
Correct, Varun. Understood the point. And even I would like to clarify that those lists are not surely of the managers or the HRs or anything. Many of them, which I have seen personally, contain the email IDs of CA industrial trainees or employees working there. And just have a thought in your mind before applying to that. Does really the employees or the industrial training have the authority to hire people? No, right? So go and
Even
apply.
my mail IDs are mentioned in that list, but like, do you think I would be able to apply for, I would be able to hire you for a vacancy in an HDFC bank, even if there is no vacancy?
Correct. So the best thing is go via genuine LinkedIn vacancy post, which the LinkedIn job section has, or through the people who are posting. And the best way is to go on your websites of the companies, and like you can find them on our CA Genie. So let's move on to the next question, Varun. First, what made you decide to go for industrial training, and why did you particularly choose the corporate banking in HDFC Bank?
So the main reason was ki I was sure, like I was earlier working in Ernst& and Young, EY and statutory audit. So like when I was looking for my articleship, I didn't know what all domains are available. I was told that statutory audit is the most common domain and you should go for it. So I selected statutory audit without even knowing what it is. So when I went there, it was a great learning experience. But to be honest, I didn't wanted to continue in that domain post my qualification. I wanted to go for some non-traditional domains like your investment banking, private equity, or consulting, all those things. So I when I was looking for my industrial training, I applied for uh, maximum 7 to 8 vacancies or 7 to 8 companies where I found the domains that I am looking for. So few were consulting like BCG, then your private equity, but those guys hire only 1 or 2 candidates, and I was not able to go into those companies. And then I found the vacancy of HDFC Bank, and it was hiring in large corporates, and it's in corporate banking. So like this was the role that, can I also tell what this domain is
Yeah,
about in this
exactly.
question?
You may add up like what exactly your job in corporate
Yeah.
banking looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I found that vacancy, I tried to connect with the intern who was already working in that domain. So I called him and asked about the entire details. Like that's why we have kept the connect with peers feature on our app. If you are applying for any vacancy, you should know exactly what you would be working in. So I tried to connect with the earlier intern there and understood the entire role. So what it was like, we as an industrial trainee have to do the credit analysis of the companies whom we will be providing credit. So let's understand it like this is like private equity, or let's say equity research. What you do in private equity or equity research is you research about the entire company from your management, promoters, what is their background, then about the company, how is the industry growing, how is the, excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So, like, how is the industry going, growing, and how is the business performing, financials as well as other metrics wise. So, what we do is, first of all, whenever we get a let's say proposal, debt proposal, we analyze all these parameters and then try, like, we are on the business side and we try to give the business opinion whether we should go forward with this deal or not. So, as an industrial trainee, our main role is this. Along with it, as we are in the business domain, we get to meet with CFOs or the finance managers of these large corporates, and we try to understand the business from their perspective as well, how the business is growing and how the industry is performing. And along with this, we also do some basic financial projections to understand whether the company will be able to repay back the debt or not, which we are providing to them. So all these things is like the same thing that you do in a equity research or a private equity role, but that do you do it from an equity perspective, and here we do it with a debt perspective. Like both are investing, an equity guy as well as a debt guy. For bank, this is a type of investment. Okay, so we research it from a debt perspective rather than an equity perspective. So I found this role very interesting because I like to play with numbers. I love to research a lot about companies and businesses, so that's why I chose this role.
Okay, well, now can you tell us like what kind of questions someone would get if he is interested into corporate banking and how one can prepare for them?
So if you're looking to go for a corporate banking like domain, you should be definitely clear with the basic banking terms, like what is the repo rate, who is the RBI governor, general knowledge as well as basic terms. Then some financial ratios, like go through the entire financial ratios chapter that you would have learned in the C Inter. Okay, all the liquidity ratios, all the other parameters. Okay, and then so this is the main thing. And second would be your basic accounting knowledge, because when you are researching about a company or its finances, you should know how the accounts work, how the indies work, so that you can understand like why is this loss occurring or what is the reason for the increase or decrease in profits and losses. So basic knowledge of accounting, basic knowledge of financial ratios, basic knowledge of financial projections, general knowledge and basic awareness about the finance thing. And another is your, in every domain with when you give an interview, your 30 to 40% of the interview will be on the basis of what you have learned in your articleship. So these all things you should be prepared with when you are going for a corporate banking interview.
Okay, and on this point, even I would like to add up in industrial training, like around 40% of your interview will surely be drive upon what are the factors you are mentioning in your articleship experience. So be sure जो काम किया है वही काम लिखना, जो नहीं किया है वो लिखना मत, वरना फंस जाओगे। वहां पर इंटरव्यूअर पूछेगा तुमसे तो क्या किया है, and then you won't have an answer to that because you would not have practically done that. So be specific with what you are mentioning in your articleship experience. Okay, well, now like this was question asked to us by a registration query. If someone is confused what domain to choose, which to go for, and like how would someone find the opportunities? If someone is confused, how should he figure out what exactly would be best for him or her?
So the best way to know about what domain you are interested is to know what that domain actually is. Okay, that's why we are conducting this industrial training guidance session, so that you can know ki, when you are working as an industrial training, what your actually role would look like. So when I applied, I understood all the entire details, ki, what my role would be. So understand all those things from each of the people you are meeting in different domains, and then try to understand ki, what is something that you are like that is making you interested to work in, and you would continue to work in that particular domain itself after your qualification. So industrial training you should not take just for that purpose ki the stipend is higher, but you are willing to work in that particular domain itself post your qualification. If it's you are interested in that, then go for that domain. And if you are confused, don't be in a hurry to apply for any vacancies or just go in any particular domain. Meet with people, connect with people, ask them what the domain actually looks like, and then make a decision.
करेक्ट सो दैट्स ट्रूली ट्रू दैट कोई भी डिसीजन ये देखकर नहीं लेना चाहिए कितनी स्टाइपेंड मिल रही है 70,000 60,000 50,000 1 lakh the decision should not depend upon that. Varun had offers from many companies which paid 60,000 70,000 in industrial training, but he opted for more like less than 50% of the stipend from those which were offered by few companies. Why? Because the domain he wanted to go for was something exciting and aligned to his career objective. So don't blindly just apply everywhere. Research about the role and then apply and sit for the interviews. Okay, Varun. Now, as I know that your exams are they are in September itself, so less than 50 days for it. We wish you all the best. But like, how are you managing? Because the important question is कि भाई studies कैसे manage करना है हमको CA industrial training के साथ time भी बढ़ेगा plus पढ़ाई का time भी will be at very near to your exams. So what should be the strategy?
So in the old scheme, so we face this issue a lot because we used to get 3 or 4 months of leave in industrial training, and we had to cover the entire study in this period. Like I'm also facing a lot of difficulties now covering the entire thing because I was working as an industrial trainee then earlier in EY, and due to so many co-curricular activities, building CA Genie. So I got very less time, but I am trying to cope up with that now. But for the newcomers, for the new scheme, you don't have to worry a lot about the study pressure because you will have at least 6 to 7 months of study leaves in the new scheme. But still, I would suggest ki, if you have not started your studies yet, start early. Try to finish some subjects like AFM, FR before you go into industrial training. Or if you have not yet started, start it and try to complete at least 3 subjects till you end the industrial training. Do it slowly. No need to hurry up. You have 12 months of your industrial training. Start a particular subject. Take 4 to 5 months for each subject and complete it. So once you leave your industrial training, you would have at least 3 subjects completed, and you will have to study for just 2 more subjects because IBS would be a mix of all. And also ensure no SPOM, and also you would be able to give now post your exams only. So ensure that you also complete them as soon as possible once you complete your industrial training.